Hello. Today, Chuck Kerman is gonna fly a B-52 Super Fortress with a Bell X-1 tucked right under it. Now Chuck is racing to board the X-1. The B-52 will launch this X-1 about to 5,000 meters. The real one was about 7,000 meters, but this super fortress couldn't climb well enough, so I just decided to detach it at 5,000 instead. Now Chuck is boarding this thing. The X-1 was the first of the X-planes, as you might guess, because it's X-1. It was made by Bell Aircraft, hence the name X-1, Bell X-1. It had a bullet design which I can recreate using the space program. This historic flight flew on October 14th, 1947. It's the first supersonic flight ever. Well, first manned supersonic flight. There were other supersonic flights before, like bullets and the V2, which reached speeds up to Mach 3. This reached speeds up to 360 meters per second, which is about Mach 1.06. In the real world, Chuck Yeager named the Bell 1 Glamorous Glennis after his wife. As you can see, like, they're jet engines, but the D-29 actually had propeller engines, but I couldn't recreate the propeller engines, so I just inserted jet engines. I recreated the shape of the B-29 with the fairing pieces. This took me many tries. We're gonna get some cool shots, so I recreated the X-1 engine with the LVP-45. So now it is climbing to 5,000 meters. So this is boring, so I'll just pause this for a sec and make it go faster. Okay, so we made it faster. So yeah, it was very tedious. Very tedious. So yeah, we're basically gonna wait until. So get some nice shots there. Chuck gets really happy. But who knows what's gonna happen when it goes supersonic? Nobody knew nobody knew on October 14th, 1947, before Chuck flew. Some people thought he would lose control and spin out of control, and Okay, so we reached 5,000 meters. Now we're gonna prepare to detach. We're gonna look at it from the pilot seat so we can get some cool views. So just turned off UI because it looks cool. And you can get some nice, clear video. I got some views there. Some nice views. Now we're gonna detach, but then this happened. I honestly don't know what happened, but what I do know is that I got back in control. This plane is very controllable, so I was able to quickly get back into control. Now we're gonna pitch up because we don't want to crash Chuck Kerman on the very hard grass. Did you know grass is hard these days? I don't know what I'm saying, but because we reached 316 meters per second, I wanted to make this very faithful to the actual flight, so I immediately throttled down once we reached 360 meters per second. You just destroyed a $639,188 plane. How could you? Well, random viewer, I couldn't control two crafts at once which you will already knew if you already played Kerbal Space Program. If you didn't, well, here's a pro tip. So we're gonna try to glide back to the runway, only using as few kicks as possible. This craft is very maneuverable and is overall a very good craft. So this craft is like the opposite of the B-52. The B-52 is slow and sluggish. But this craft is high-end and maneuverable. So I recommend this for beginners. Also, it's very Kerbal because it uses rocket engines instead of plain jet engines. Somehow the debris are exploding. But anyways, we can just glide over to the runway. That is the rest of the video. If you don't want to see this, just click out. But I don't I don't want you to click out, but if you don't want to see this part of the video, then you don't have to. This is historic, and while Chuck wants to land it, he also wants to clear the runway because he wants to like keep it, but also he doesn't want it to like disturb future crafts, because future crafts are gonna hit it if he's in the runway. So like, I'm just rambling here, but anyway, so first Chuck is gonna land it on the runway. Then he's gonna use some of his engine power to cruise over to another part of just to the left of the runway, and land, like park it there, and then Chuck is gonna jump out and we're gonna recover him, but not the vehicle, because this is a historic moment. This will also make a very good glider. So I just copied like the design, like it was pretty squarish wings. Wait, I'm just gonna pause this so I can put a picture in it. Put a picture in it, wait. Ah, there we go. So you can notice that it has squarish wings, and do you think this is a good replica? Because I want your feedback. We're gonna pull up at 12 meters. A very impressive stunt by Chuck Kerman. We're gonna very gently touch this down. Rapid disassembly. Like rapid. I don't want rapid disassembly on this craft because this is, as I said before, historic, and like historic crafts shouldn't be rapidly disassembled. So touching it down very gently. So we're just gonna like go sideways a bit. We're gonna roll and pitch a bit. And touchdown. Now we're just gonna move it to the side because we don't want to disturb future crafts. There was this strange bug where the game thought the center of mass was over there, but like right before it wasn't. So I don't know what it is, but I just did a quick burn. I checked the liquid fuel and oxidizer. I burned a bit, and then it seemed to work. So it's coming to the end of this X-1 recreation. And Chuck is just gonna climb out, hit his head on the floor, miraculously survive, because Thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't, well then I'm sorry. But bye. Bye.